Let's go. This is Soggy Nachos Podcast. Janelle, how you, Charles? How you, brother?
Want to guess?
Frank is
I'm
here.
incredible, man. I'm incredible.
Frank
I
is
promise
here,
you,
so
I'm
it could be
incredible.
different.
Nah, this is Professor Nitty. You ain't know?
He got our personality glasses today. What's up, Frank? How you doing today with your personality glasses?
They blue light blocking lenses. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I know they
You
not.
should have not hater blockers.
I know they're not swimming goggles. I know that they're not swimming goggles. I bet you that. You know what I'm saying? But first of all, man, this is League of Champions. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get straight to it. Before we get to the fun stuff, we got some housekeeping. So first thing I want to say is $100 league fee. Everybody know that. Cash App, PayPal, or the other one, Zelle. So y'all need it.
What about Apple Pay? I'm
Oh yeah, Apple Pay. Yeah, that's fine too. That's fine too. All of that. Dollar per loss. Don't forget, you lose a game in the season, you pay that total in $1. You know what I'm saying? So you lose 8 games, $8. You lose 9 games, $9, and so forth. In my case, I'll pay $0. You know what I'm saying? See how we won't get to that right now. But that's it though. Now, draft logistics on draft day, August 27th, 1 p.m. You already know, live draft, all that fun stuff. 3 minutes and 30 seconds per pick. Let me repeat myself. 3 minutes, 30 seconons per pick.
By the way, you want to make sure everyone knows this is Charlie's soft ass idea, right?
Yeah, it should have been 1 minute, but Charlie's scared he was being all night. Oh, you 33 minutes, we still. He wanted to put it to 5 minutes, actually. He wanted to put it to 5 minutes, but whatever. 3 minutes.
Look, I'm gonna tell you this. Look, I'm gonna tell you this because I'd rather y'all call me soft than we have this 1 minute and 2 people skip it and then we be like, all right, but we'll let it slide or we do all that extra. No, 3.5 minutes is more than enough, as you can see from these 2 niggas. That is more than enough time for you to figure everything out. There is no going back. You miss your pick, you don't make the pick. The person behind you gets to pick immediately. You get put behind them.
Right, yes. It skips and returns. So it leaves and it comes back. You know what I'm saying? All that type of fun stuff. So that's that. Just a couple reminders. The defense is worth more points. Go look online to see the breakdown. Don't forget that. And your kickers missing field goals will be -1, no matter where it's from. Extra point. There's a -1 point, Charlie. I know you hate
that's Justin Tucker in the first round, baby.
Might as well, man. And then last but not least, the free agency system is still free agency acquisition budget. If you need a refresher on that, holla at me. I'm not going to waste time with that right now. But everybody should know what that is by now. But that's it for logistics for the most part. But I got to give the floor to somebody named Charles. He's going to tell y'all what the new whammy is. Charlie, can you explain to them what a whammy is, brother?
All right. So with this drafting app that we're using this year, there's something called a whammy where the computer randomly selects. Jonell has chosen 10 players. We don't know who they are. Jonell can't change them. He can't know. It's 100% random. And those 10 players, whenever they're drafted, let's call him Jalen Hurts, whomever drafts Jalen Hurts, a whammy animation will show up on the screen. We've determined that whoever gets this whammy, drafts one of these 10 players that are one of the whammy players, you have to either take a shot, do 10 push-ups, or pay $1. The $1 will go into the pot.
When you add the 10 push-ups, we were supposed to just be taking a shot, man. Don't let them off.
Some people don't drink, man. Some people don't drink.
Yeah.
Some people don't drink. So gotta be fair.
Those are pretty simple. It doesn't impact anything. You still get Jalen Hurts. You still get the same player. Nothing changes. It's just added little wrinkle that we thought might be a little fun for the year.
You should make it 20 push-ups.
I mean, some people can't do 20 push-ups. That is respect. Hey, I ain't gonna say no names, but some people don't drink or do 20 push-ups. So it is. So Charlie, what about rankings? Because everybody wants to know about, you know what I'm saying, like on a regular draft, we do the ranking. It's like you see who the next player available. Can you explain to them what's going on in our particular draft when it comes to that?
No, there's nothing to talk about.
Huh?
Rankings, they better be on your phone. They better be on a sheet of paper, or if you're Big Charlie from a couple years ago, a big notebook. Okay, Big Marcus, bring a big notebook
Yeah,
with
McLaughlin
all your
got on you
draft
for
information.
that one before.
Because
Yeah.
we not. Oh, I don't forget. Like we don't. We not providing you with no rankings. There is no ADPs that's going to show up on the board. You will see the play. You will see the board and the players that have been drafted on said board. That's all you're getting.
And then people was like to say, "Can I
So
see who's available?"
come with your homework. We not going to pass out. This ain't
Listen,
class, man. This ain't class, bone. We not passing out the itinerary.
and I want to be clear. There was a setting that says high rankings, and we selected that. And so what it is, people who like to say, "I want to see who's available," I can show you who's available. It's going to be alphabetical order, though. So that's not going to help you that much. It's going to be alphabetical. So that's that. That's now. I hope everybody watches this part. If nothing else, this is the most important part, if you ask me, because I get this question a lot. No, you got to know who's ranked where. Bring your own homework. Do your homework. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it would be helpful if you did, like, you know, if you Googled the sleepers prior to, so that, you know what I'm saying, you do their names before, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
like,
you know how the kid is absent from class and then he make the same joke that the dude from last class made? We addressed this, Frank.
Hey, Charlie on you. We're done with housekeeping.
Show up.
We're done with housekeeping. We're done with housekeeping. That was type of fun. Hold on, no, Frank. Hold on. Wait. Because I'm not even gonna let you do that. I'm gonna give you more props. You are our champion, and you weren't here last time. I had to get the housekeeping out the way. So our champion is here, and I respect our champions. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of anything, I will disrespect you as just Frank. But as the champion, I gotta respect you. You know what I'm saying?
That's fine. You see, Charlie doesn't understand respecting champions. He'd have to win one, you know what I'm saying, to understand how that works. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I respect respectful champions. You just not respectful. Heck? You get what you get.
That being said, though, shout out to Rick, Mook, Charlie, myself, Anton, Bone, Marcus,
Big Marcus, Sweets,
and of course, last but not least, we went to facts. We went to bowling, to Bolero to do the lottery, and it was actually lit. I was watching it. I was on some like, let's just go do it real quick. No, that was actually a very fun experience. You know, old guy like myself don't really do too much these days. So that was actually fun, man. We had a ball, man. We had a ball. Charlie rigged the draft, but at least Frank got something good out of it. So
if I rigged the draft, do you really think that Frank will be picking at 2 in front of me?
Right next to him, too. You know how much he hates that?
Yeah, nah, man. But the lottery was lit, man. You know what I'm saying? So, Frank, you were at the lottery for several reasons, mainly because maybe you live on a different coast. But that being said,
how was that hurricane?
How does the draft order make you feel? Do you see anybody that's like, oh, he's just not going to survive from that position? You don't got to say no names. It's up to you. You know what I'm saying?
Frank says
names because it wouldn't be fun if I didn't. I look at Sheed and it's going to show whether he's grown or not, and he like really belong in his league. 16 back to back is tough. You know what I'm saying? You got to be prepared. I mean, OB, I really like. I wasn't joking when I sent that text to the group. I really legitimately forgot he was the group. So when he started available at his pick, and I'm just like, oh damn, I didn't even notice that. He got to do something with that pick. I mean, he should get a good player there. He should, like, you know what I'm saying, be able to craft a good draft. You know what I'm saying? If you struggle again, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Anton, you got to have a bounce back season where you at. You know what I'm saying? At some point, you know.
At 4, I mean,
look,
Anton. I think Anton wants to take a quarterback, but I think he's a little trigger happy on it. But Anton is, in his defense, he's gonna make the decision that he wants to make, whether it's the right one or not. You know,
I'll say Rick was put in a wonderful position where more likely than not he will have the opportunity to draft Jalen Hurts, but you only get one shot.
Are you sure?
You will not get a second chance.
Are you sure? Are you sure you're gonna be able to draft him?
He might. He might. I might take 1 and 3. Who knows?
I don't got nobody taking them in the top 5, but Rick's at 5. He should take them.
How you know I'm not going to take him at 2?
Because you're not. That's just not, not something you would do.
It's not in Frank's DNA. We know Frank. Frank's too conservative to take a quarterback that high. Ever.
What'd you say?
I said just for that.
You going to take him? Take him. I mean, we want you to take him. I want you to take him. I can't speak for everybody else. I would love you to take him.
I'm sure you do.
I love you to take him too. But I'm at 10, man. I feel I got you.
You the 10 man.
Mr. Carl right behind me. You know what I'm saying?
Weren't you at last year?
Huh?
Weren't you at 11 last year?
I was at 10 last year
He
too.
was at 10.
I knew
You got Justin Jefferson. So you got the best player in fantasy last year at 10. You getting the best player in fantasy this year at 10?
I don't know if I'm blessing you like I blessed you with the best player in fantasy last year. I did bless you. I do want you to know.
Frank, that's my line. I don't know if I'm gonna bless you with the best player in fantasy like I blessed you last year.
Good job, Charlie.
You're reading the wrong script.
That was dope, Charlie. What are we doing with Bone?
At 14?
You know what Bone said? You know what Bone said? He said if he loses, if he's last place again, he's not gonna play in the league no more.
All right, we gotta do our job, guys. We cannot lose a valued gold jacket member like Bone. If we gotta make an emergency trade at the deadline to help him out, that's what we're gonna have to do.
No, Charlie. I can't lie to you. Like, Bone talked too much shit for his thing to just be not finishing last, fam. Like, I expect way better than not finishing last. Like,
well, that's quitting the whole league. But if he don't make the playoffs, that's gonna be nasty for his power ranking. Missing the playoffs after being last place, only way to fix last place is to be much better next year.
Rick know how to do that. Rick is real good at you know what I'm saying?
He like to go back and forth. Talking about, do y'all see Bones' new name though? He better hope that's not a self-fulfilling prophecy.
That better not
that
be Ragamuffins 2.0.
Ragamuffin 2.0.
Listen, 1.0 got taken off of Amazon. That was a hazardous product.
My dad is not Ragamuffin. My dad is Irvin. Okay, Ragamuffin. That's a whole different. That's a whole separate.
So what I'm hearing is you disclaimed your dad as a fantasy manager. You said when it comes to fantasy, you an orphan.
I disclaim Ragamuffin,
like most superheroes.
Shut up. But nah, back to Big Marcus though. Big Marcus is somebody that I want to keep banging the drum for Big Marcus. He has 3 rings in his league, man. That's heavy. Frank right behind him, though. That's why I gotta give Frank some props, even though he's a trash bag and I hate him. I gotta respect it. He's right behind Big Marcus. That's huge, man. Like 3 rings in this league since 2008. With that 15 years, something like that. That's a lot of rings. That's a huge. And he been to the championship 2 other times too.
Yeah, 5 times at 5. Yeah.
It's just so I maintain a high level of respect for Big Marcus. I always do. Whenever Frank tries to put himself as the top dog, I'm like, 3 is heavy.
It's between Frank and Big Marcus.
Yeah, it's between the two of them. But 3 is heavy. That's something you got to beat. He went back-to-back one year, won 3 out of 4. That's rough. The only thing that I do have to say, Marcus, my man, but where you been lately?
Yeah.
I mean, the last one was in 2012. I think the Giants had just won the Super Bowl.
He made the playoffs
a little bit.
2 years ago. Yes, 2 years ago.
He made the playoffs 2 years ago. That's what we're talking about. Oh yeah, he had a nice little run that I had to stifle.
I'm trying to be, you know what I'm saying? Because before I would have just told y'all he washed, but you know what I'm saying. I let y'all go ahead with this diatribe. You know what I'm saying? And
he's
talk
good, man. He's the best champion we got in the league.
Yeah.
You heard that. But no, I don't want. Am I forgetting anybody? Uncle Kel got the first pick. Let's see what he do with it. I don't know. This is very interesting because Uncle Kel is always the kind of guy that feels like he takes who the draft gives him. So now it's very interesting to see how he thinks.
Yeah, the draft gave him the best player in the draft.
When he has the whole world in front of him.
Yeah, I have no idea. Like, usually I have a sense of, like, you know what I'm saying, where people, like, what, like, you know, who's taking what. I have no idea, so it's fun. You know?
That's a fact. And then Mook, we can't forget about Mook. I mean, Mook,
I feel like this is like sophomore hazing. That's what it felt like. Like, I don't know if there was 2 more excited people to get this lottery going than Mook and Rashid. And they blew their load fast. I mean, right away, top 2.
I don't want to hear them complaining. They don't want my pick. Clearly, I got a worse pick.
How did y'all do How did y'all do it, like, with the spin thing? How did it work?
Just went.
Look, it's obviously, if you want to know stuff, show up. You know,
he can't show up for that. That's not fair. That's not fair. You can say it in recorded.
Listen, Charlie is my biggest hater, dog. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? I would be too.
When did he get past me? Nah, hold on. I gotta do better. I'm not
talk about his glasses. Talk about his glasses. Talk about his glasses.
Nah, I'm interested to see what Mook does too. You know what's crazy? Mook kind of like won the early rounds last year, if we think about it.
Oh,
He
yeah,
got
knocked out the
Tyreek
park.
and Derrick
Right.
Henry in his first 2 rounds.
And then Lamar Jackson.
Quiet. You know what I'm saying?
Then Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, then Lamar. So Mook had a strong drive, now that I think about it. Let's see if he can follow it up. Because, see, that's the thing about 16-team league. You have to draft strong. If you don't draft strong, you can get out of it, but you got to work very hard to get out. So you can't be like Bone, draft week, and then roll over and die. You know what I'm saying? Like Bone, he can't really do nothing after he don't draft right. So make sure you draft right. You know what I'm saying? Like the us on this podcast, we've all experienced all sides of it. You know, drafting bad, drafting good, and you know it's hard. It's not easy. I'm not gonna lie. Sweets is a good maneuverer too. It's just the Sweets. Should I even give him this gem? I will just.
No. Stop. You remember what I said? Don't start doing it. Don't start doing it. No.
All right. I'll keep it to myself, but I'm gonna say, Charlie, you and I just talked about earlier, like why Sweets is his biggest problem in fantasy, bro.
I want that to stay his biggest problem.
Might be his biggest problem in fantasy this year.
Whoop,
but I will get there.
Whoop, Bijan. I mean, maybe. But look though, man.
Charlie, you snitch on yourself. You taking Bijan?
I ain't say nothing. John Nail's over here speculating. I don't know what's wrong with him.
Whoever you have to
and then we got Mo. Mo, I don't know. I feel like Mo got something brewing on us because he was quiet. He was the quietest third place I ever seen in my life last year.
Yeah.
He was third place quietly. Like he don't even be doing Mo. I watched him
because he deviated from his normal strategy a little bit. If you peeped, like he didn't do what he normally does. But let's not talk too much. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I can tell you what it was. I can tell you he stole Bones' talent. What you got to do is draft Devontae Adams in the first round, and you be good to go.
So
you know what I'm saying?
So Bone whole strategy is done. You know what I'm saying? Just like it's out the bag.
He got to hope that somehow Devontae Adams makes it to him, and he'd be good to go.
Yeah,
he's definitely. Well, he probably would make it to him this year too.
You think?
I think
so. It's a good chance. Bone better hope that's not a self-fulfilling prophecy though, man, because Ragamuffin 2.0 is not the move.
It's
man.
Wild. At least he. I mean, he almost went like a true winless. Like it was. He really technically was winless. Didn't he win on the tiebreaker?
Yeah. Well, he got 2 wins.
He got 2 wins. That was his first one.
Yeah, that was the first one. Yeah. It was scary.
The last 2 people we have not mentioned, I just had to look at the list, see if we missed anybody. I mentioned Mr. Carl briefly. We're gonna see what he do. Well, he got a mid-round pick, so we see. But Chu and Kelly, those are 2 guys that can always. Those are 2 guys who played football at pretty high levels, who see the game a little differently, and we found out the hard way that Kelly come through every year. Basically, he's
the only one. You the one that's always sleeping on Kelly. Like you know what I'm saying?
I slept on him. I just didn't realize his resume was as extensive as it was. His resume is nice though.
Kelly sat next to me during the draft. I was like, damn, this nigga drafted well. You know what I'm saying?
He drafts so good that he take defenses early. It's like
Justin Tucker will be on his team.
No, come round 9. He taking the 9-10. He taking the defense.
So I'm saying defense is kicker. He take Justin Tucker early year. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
I mean, it seems to work out.
Like engage with us, man. Where you at? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he don't need to. Kelly got his own. He don't.
No, I said, Chu, come back to the chat. Engage with us.
Chu. Chu don't really like black people that much, so that's his biggest problem.
Makes sense.
All right. Say
that. Nah, man. Anyways, we're not gonna drag it out because we got the draft coming up. We will have a draft recap for y'all. Frank, y'all get to see Frank's pretty. And Frank, let me tell you this too, bro. I can't protect nobody from punching you. I can only enforce them for not stealing players off your fantasy team. I can't help you outside of that, bro.
What? Why are we talking about people punching me now? What I do, man? What I do?
What didn't you do, Frank?
Look,
I didn't do nothing.
Just take it like this. Just take it like this. There's more than one person that have felt like this before, and I'm just letting you know the rule. As a 30-plus-year-old man, I don't got nothing for you past the fantasy league rules and my house rules because I can't.
So somebody said my draft steal is Frank.
Look, hey, look,
I got you.
at my house, my rules is my rules. But if a nigga follow you home, can't help you, bro. It's like, let me stop, man. It's all love, baby. Anyways, Soggy Nacho, League of Champions, all that good stuff, man. I'm happy to see everybody on Sunday. I'm excited. I know y'all excited, man. Anything else y'all want to say before we get out of this piece?
Frank, who you taking it to?
Whoever you want.
I want
Sam Howell. Same as I.
I want Sam Howell. So
done. It's done. It's done. Say less.
I'm done. Soggy
You can take him in
Nacho,
the 12.
League of Champions. We out of here. Peace.
Peace.